What's going on, everybody? It's the Observant Lineman. Got a bit of sobering news to bring to you. Not sure if it made its rounds on the news wire, but I definitely wanted to bring some attention to it. Former Ohio State offensive lineman Zach Slagle was found dead, apparently on the 9th of this month. They're ruling it a suicide. Apparently, Zach left what is the equivalent of a suicide note on Facebook early in the morning before he apparently took his life. Very difficult situation for his family, very difficult situation for the Ohio State family. So I'd like to send out my thoughts and condolences to them. This has become a more common theme when we're talking about the post-football careers of athletes. I've had my own difficulties in that respect as well. So and there's a little bit of an identity crisis there. I mean, I've gone through it, and I'm sure a lot of players in the past have gone through it as well. And I'm sure a lot of players that I played with went through it. It's really something that, obviously comes back to brain trauma from playing football, CTE. In the NFL, that's a dirty word as far as the owners are concerned. For players, it's all too real. A lot of players are dealing with CTE issues. All players will likely deal with CTE issues throughout the course of their life, some worse than others. The only real testing they have for CTE right now is the testing you get once you die, once they cut your brain open. Not a news story that I really heard about until today, thanks to my wife. Shout out to my wife. She definitely put me onto the story. But it's definitely a sobering thing, man, because it's an offensive lineman, for one. Anytime a football player takes their own life, just like as in with the military, anytime a fellow serviceman, anytime a fellow teammate or a fellow football player, somebody in your industry takes their own life, it can affect you, especially if you know that people in those worlds are dealing with difficulties. Soldiers deal with a lot of difficulties when they come back from war, and athletes, and more particularly football players, deal with a lot of personal and psychological and emotional issues when they come out of the football field. Finding a routine, finding a way to keep yourself in a mode that you understand, especially with the culture of football. It's all about overcoming adversity. It's all about digging deeper, going deeper and pushing yourself. It's built around the notion of disguising weakness. That's what football has taught all of us who played it. You don't show when you're tired. You don't show when you're hurt. You play through pain. So we deal with a lot of pain that, we don't talk about. And that's not only on the physical end, but also on the psychological end, on the emotional end. So players deal with that, and that's real. And a lot of it has to do with, constant brain trauma. Unfortunately for Zach Slagle, he couldn't overcome what was tearing him down. And it's a sad thing to read about. It's a sad thing to think about. It should really open our eyes to the fact that life is precious. Life is a precious and fragile thing that can see the highest of highs and see the lowest of lows. And for this young man, it was something that was deep inside that he couldn't overcome, and I won't judge him. If anything, there needs to be more awareness amongst people who aren't professional athletes, from high school, from Pop Warner, all the way up to the NFL. The same actions are giving us the same results in terms of issue that CTE now poses to football. And at the end of the day, the result with him hasn't been very different from the result that you find with pro athletes who've taken their own lives. Everybody look out for your people. Make sure your people are doing okay. Check up on your family, check up on your friends, because you never know what people are going through. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, share, and we'll catch you on the next episode of The Observant Lineman.